Counselor, what is the meaning of this?
Is there a problem, Makula?
The city is in shambles. The speaker is missing, and here you are leading some outsider through our sacred space?
Because
Why
I'm
allow this
Jesus.
husk to defile our city? Have we not lost enough?
Have faith. I believe this outsider was guided here by the great serpent himself. Soon, serpent willing, they will be one of us. But I can be sure and pass your concerns on to the rest of the High Council, if you wish. I apologize for the interruption. There is a ritual intended for converts to the Promised that has not been performed in generations. We are fortunate that there are those still alive who remember the old ways and have remained prepared for such a moment as this.
You're walking too fast. Or am I walking too slow?
Herald Inaza, I suspected we might find you here waiting.
I saw the ship landing. I knew immediately that I would be needed.
Indeed you are. This is Inaza Kaisir, Herald of the Serpent. She will guide you through the ritual. I am needed elsewhere, but I assure you that you are in good hands.
Bye. What's up?
So, the great serpent sends you to me.
I mean, he
no
did.
husk that walk the serpent's path. To enter this sacred cave, there is no turning back. You will be forever changed. This is a path you must walk of your own free will, alone. Will you step forward and emerge anointed, one of the Promised?
I mean, I don't have a choice, do I? What's in the cave?
A lesson. A test. A moment for the great serpent to reach out and fill you with something more than what you have been.
Why am I doing this?
Those born to House Faroon spend every day surrounded by our history. The rituals that separate us from the husks happen naturally over time. You have not experienced that. Those who have not answered the serpent's call cannot coexist with House Faroon. And so, if you are to aid us in our time of need, you must become one of the Promised.
Why did you call me a
You
husk?
have not been filled with purpose by the great serpent, so you are merely a husk. But perhaps not for long.
Okay, let's do this.
Then enter, and I shall guide you along the serpent's path. But this is a journey you must undertake alone. Your escort cannot follow.
Bye,
I'm
Sarah.
not exactly a fan of splitting up, but I'm also not eager to offend. You'll just have to tell me all about it afterwards.
This place looks fine.
Path lies before you, but it is up to you to walk it. I will await you at the end of the serpent's path.
Okay, well, have fun. I know I'm gonna.
Before House Faroon, there were humans. First on Earth, then scattered among the stars. And like all humans, they were lost souls, wandering in the dark, looking for a path.
I want to explore the caves, I'm sorry. Hey, you have air conditioning down here. It's like a Disney ride.
One particular colony ship housed several hundred of these souls. They were each alone and isolated, individual tiny flames that could be snuffed out at a moment's notice.
Ooh, spooky.
But Jinan encountered the great serpent and was given the gift of knowledge. He shared his knowledge with those around him and lit the way for them.
This cave looks really cool.
They followed his guidance and his light, and they cast aside the burdens of their former lives. And thus, House Varun was born. Now you too have the chance to cast aside your burdens, to relieve yourself of anything that holds you back.
Oh, how do I cast aside my burdens? I'm a... Oh wait, do I give them my weapons? Let's see, let's get rid of... Get rid of this guy. That was my burden.
The people's hopes and fears and dreams were entrusted to the Great Serpent. They made the leap of faith that brought House Varun to greatness. You may now follow in their footsteps and take that same leap. Embrace the Great Serpent, and he will embrace you.
Optional. Make the leap of faith. I want to make the leap of faith. No. I'll try that again. Hold on. We can do it. Okay. We can do this. Yeah. We're all rested up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
The people of House Varun settled this world, at first in these very caves. Jinan Varun himself slept among them in these shelters. It was here that he spread the word of the serpent. It was here that the people of House Varun first understood the truth of their place in the universe.
Oh, I'm thirsty. Hold on. I must eat and drink. What's this? I'm now well fed. That beer quenched my thirst. Oh, I'm now addicted to alcohol.
And it was here that the people of House Varun first understood the truth of the shrouding. The Great Serpent's return. He will encircle the universe he created, and all those who do not follow will be cast into shadow. And the
Cast
people
away.
weighed this knowledge against their former lives, and saw how they had been blessed Despite the difficult new life that awaited them, you two would do well to feel that solace amidst the pain.
Okay, what is this? Poisoned water. That sounds appetizing. What could go wrong? How long do I stay here? Okay. We're ready to come out. You stand up faster. Oh, I'm sick. I'm sick. I got the bubble guts now.
Until that day comes, we are the voice and the hands of the Great Serpent. Our every act a sacrifice to hasten his return. Make now a sacrifice to prove your devotion. And remember, whether in life or in death, all must serve.
I gotta kill this. But he's not mean. Sorry.
Let us begin the final ritual.
I thought she was gonna say, let us begin the test. And I was like, oh Jesus.
While none since Gnarly have stood before the Great Serpent, we can all feel his presence. To solidify his bond, you are presented with a simple choice. Before you on these days are several items. They represent different aspects of House Varun's connection to the Great Serpent. Pick the two that call to you. Place them on the altars. Offerings to the Great Serpent that he may fill you with his spirit and make you promise.
Let's do strength. Let's take this. Does it belong here? Oh. Well, wasn't that neat? Hey, Sarah. Making friends?
And so you arise, one of the promised of House Varun. Did you feel the Great Serpent working within you?
I did.
Do you feel born anew?
They got me high in there. I exist only to serve. I just want to help all do what I need to.
The Great Serpent sees that despite your supposed lack of belief, you reached for him at every opportunity. That zeal is precisely what House Varun needs right now. Your devotion and strength will bring glory to the Great Serpent and to House Varun. I grant you the title of Harbinger. All will know.
Religion is weird.
All will trust you. Above us, in the grand ship morning, jewel of the Varun fleet, the High Council awaits your arrival. Serve them. Serve the Great Serpent. All must serve.
All must die. Okay, well that was pretty interesting. Let's go talk to, I'm pretty sure I gotta go talk to this guy now. Ooh, they have an elevator. Time to go to the food court. Let's go to the cockpit, I guess.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Are we waiting for somebody?
You would speak with me?
We're trying to.
Welcome, Harbinger. You stand before what remains of the High Council, advisors to Gnarly Varun. We are all that is left after the disaster that has befallen our people.
Era, you're in the
I
shot.
represent House Dulkef. Jamal is from House Kadik, and we are joined by Lovek of House Vital. We are, all of us, hopeful that your arrival in Dazra and your clear connection to Gnarly Varun, for the first time in weeks, represent some semblance of hope.
I don't have... Okay.
But you do. We have only seen brief glimpses of him since the incident. But you...
The incident? We don't speak of the incident.
How can that be taken as anything other than providence? Please, just allow us a moment to explain.
By all means, Malabor. I can't wait to see how you spin this.
Please, can we just for a moment...
Can we just for a moment what? Discuss whether or not to allow the first convert to House Varun since before any of us were born? A bit late on that, it seems.
You were not there. You did not see Gnarly. It felt different. We have already wasted so much time.
You're correct. I was not there. Because you elected to travel to the spaceport on your own. And then decided this on your own.
Do not waste
I'm
time
talking
with
to
more
any of us.
bickering. Gnarly, and by extension House Varun, suffers with every passing moment.
Of course, Lovek. My apologies. Please, Malabor. Do go on.
Gnarly Varun, like his father before him, has relied on the teachings of Jinan to guide us. Gnarly wondered if perhaps it was time to seek guidance directly from the Great Serpent, and so sought a means of reaching out.
Perhaps he found the teachings inadequate.
Careful, Kadik. You tread on dangerous ground.
I mean nothing by it. We simply were never consulted on the matter and do not know the full motive.
The point is that a series of experiments have taken place over the years, utilizing grav drive technology to hopefully make direct contact with the Great Serpent, similar to Jinan Varun's initial meeting.
And then something went wrong.
We do not know what happened. We were not inside the Scaled Citadel at the time.
Had we been, we wouldn't be standing here now. We'd be like the rest of them.
A great tide of energy emanated from the Scaled Citadel and swept across Dazra. Much was destroyed in its wake. Those caught in the blast have been left in a state of confusion, trapped halfway between our universe and the Vortex. The Citadel itself remains in such a state. Right there and yet beyond our reach. We can only assume that the experiment is still running, somehow preventing us from entering the Citadel. We cannot get in, so we cannot stop it. We're beginning to lose hope before you arrived.
Tell me how I fit in.
Your arrival and your interaction with Gnarly shows that he can still be saved. A plan had been devised to access the Citadel, but the work stalled. Clearly, it is time to move forward with it. The current head of our science team, Ekris, should be in Jinan Plaza down below us, towards the Citadel. Tell him about your experience with Gnarly, and that work on the morning device must proceed.
Okay, well... Sarah, you keep taking off your glasses and putting them back on. It's very confusing.
May the Great Serpent bless you.
I can't use your pooper.
The Council is here, should you require
I want to explore your ship. Leave me alone. Okay, let's get out of here. There's things that needs to be done. This place does look really cool. Look at those. There's pterodactyls in the sky. Hey, you.
Yes?
Yeah, you.
Well, look who it is.
I knew bringing my
have
gun
made
out will make you
quite
talk to
a
me.
stir. And given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor, Harbinger?
This guy told me to talk to you.
Did he now? How magnanimous. But approval is approval, and I will gladly take it. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the scaled citadel. Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through. We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but the project came to a halt. Politics got in the way.
This hardly seems like the time for politics to matter.
Every
Exactly.
one of the houses needs to contribute, and everyone realized they could potentially use it for leverage. What should have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations. And so, construction never began. We have sat here, staring at this disaster as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent help us, it is infuriating.
No use complaining about the past.
Indeed. All must serve. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the Council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process.
I doubt they'll listen to me.
The first convert in generations. The only one to have heard from the speaker since the disaster. Oh, I think they will listen. House Fetal owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the Speaker, and for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Let's see. Let's do this.
Yes, exactly. I am glad I am not the only one who can see that. Does nothing to make the loss any easier, but still. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the morning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have more practical applications.
Man, you talk a lot. Sorry, I know he talked a whole lot, but it was kind of interesting too. So yes, let's level up first, and then let's get to, I guess, all these quests. Okay, well this is the closest one, so we'll go to this one first. Excuse me, don't mind me.
The Utlam brothers are arguing in the plaza again. That the Mila has always been no good.
Cool. Hi. Who are you?
Serpent Rasma is under tremendous pressure as of late. Serpent guide her.
So this is very Dune inspired, it looks like.
You can't be serious granting them an audience. This is exactly the impression we don't want to give.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Ah, don't patronize me. The
Yeah.
Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough. Something I can do for you?
No, you're in my way.
So, Ekris has sent our newest harbinger to inquire about Sahima. Don't worry, Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Rasma, elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction.
Pleased to meet you. It's an honor.
Well, it's also an honor to meet one as interesting as yourself. I wouldn't have suspected an outsider to be made promised. But who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice?
Well, everyone's technically an outsider, aren't they? We need this.
I know the Council is looking to Sahima for answers. But the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House. They're being held hostage by zealots. And now they're demanding negotiations.
Those damn zealots.
Taking hostages and negotiating. Doesn't sound like the zealots we're used to.
Negotiation.
As much as I'd welcome the expertise, the zealots would never allow an outsider to participate. But the negotiations aren't where I need assistance. The zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council or even the reinstatement of their house. House Maleen. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands.
That's cool. Do I get to shoot something later on?
Agreed. Which is why
Yes.
I'm hoping you can help. I need you to find the hostages. Bring them home, so the zealots have nothing to leverage, and Sahima can work with the High Council. Normally I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action.
Finally. I'll just... Yeah, just tell me when.
That is where the issue lies. I don't know where the zealots are keeping Sahima, but I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Kadik. And they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated.
That's a hard word to pronounce, right?
Then you can put those skills to good use. As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now, on my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit, as long as no physical harm comes to them.
I certainly hope it wouldn't come to that.
I kind of do. I'll return once I've done everything.
You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
Wow, super neat.